Back up. No, and now we lost everything. Yes, that's because we are reset. Should. Can you hear me? Maybe for an outlet. Right over here. Testing 1-2. Testing 1-2. PHC's out on the ice. Depends. Walking around to come on to their home bench. Warming up now. Trying to get the audio right. No. Nothing makes sense. Are these connected? All right, so let's try this. We're live, UPMC, both teams on the ice, warming up as we were running ahead of schedule, but we waited to start on time. It's better, less background, but can you hear me? And now she can hear me, so we're back up. All right, we fought through our audio, had to kill our feed and come back. But the good hockey continues out here. We are facing the Pens Elite, live from the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex in Cranberry, Pennsylvania. This will be a hard-fought battle. Both teams sharing a similar record, wins, losses thus far this weekend. Pens Elite coming in at the number 10 seed. PHC holding on to that 14th seed in the country. PHC screen right in the Road Blues. We should be up and running, hopefully. I'm getting contrasting feedback from our listeners. We do apologize as we're fighting through audio problems. Keys to the game, match speed, match intensity. Get pucks out, get pucks in. We have to do a diligent job working hard in the defensive zone and helping our goaltenders out. Putting the pressure on the Pens early and trying to play with the lead. We've had some good matchups this season against them, but they are a hungry team as well, so they're coming in. We know them well. They know us well. This will be a hard-fought battle between number 10 and number 14. Again, we extend the thanks to the Pens organization inviting us out for this year-end showcase. We look good. We look forward to some good hockey. Coltman Williams takes the crease again. In between the pipes this afternoon against the Pens. PHC fired up. Breaking from the bench of my favorite cheer in hockey. 1, 2, 3, who are we? PHC. Coach Sauer sends out Spitz, L-Dog, and Bubba. On the back end, we got Nooner and the Flash. So that's Declan Spittle between Logan Pucciarello, Brady Carr, Ethan Nunez, and Joshua Fazio. And we're underway. Pens will gain the line. They'll push it into the corner. Playing low. Carr sticks that one aside. It gets to Nooner. Nooner pushes up to Pucciarello, and now they're going. PHC enters the zone. Onsides. Declan plays this down off the wall into the corner. He's going to look to play it out in front of Pucciarello. Pucciarello puts it on. It's a glove save made off the bend of the arm, and it gets back out. Gets into the neutral zone. Bounces off that wall. Nunez is in a foot race. He lifts the stick. Good recovery. Gets the puck out to the wall. Pucciarello will collect. Will step off the wall. He's looking to hit Spittle. Spittle plays it back to him. Pucciarello plays it across the car. Carr will get across the red. He's going to put it deep and pull up for a change. Pucciarello will go with him. Spittle will put the pressure on him. Then he'll turn up. So we get 5 fresh sets of legs on. Now we got Max Roach, Johnny Gerberbeck, and Lucas Sauer putting the pressure on. Roach cuts it off at the red line. Pens push it forward. They gain the line. They play it back across to the top of the house. Good stick by Brock Dannenhauer. Pens getting control to play it back. And what are we going with? That's a hooking. And that's a homer call. If I've ever seen one. Actually, I'm eating crow. It's on them. No homer call. One would argue that the home bench might be a little irritated, as I didn't see it, but Pens get whistled for a hook. So we go man up, brought to you today by Dunlop's Bar and Grill. Roach pushes this one towards the net. The Pens defender steps through, gains control. He'll opt to skate this one out of the zone, but he's matched with speed by Max Roach, who picks a pocket, and he'll try to get his toes up. He fights through the stick check, drags through the neutral zone. They're on sides. They hit the line with 3. He gets through the middle. He puts a backhander in. Goaltender swallows that one up and hangs on to it. So we'll have an offensive zone draw to the left of the Pens goalkeep. We got Max Roach out there taking the draw between Johnny G and Lucas Sauer. Sauer forces them back behind the net. Johnny G will get after it. Pens play it forward. Dannenhauer steps in and keeps momentarily, but the Pens collect and put it out in the neutral zone where Michael Winton will collect. Michael puts it up to Roachy. Roachy plays it forward. Pens will collect. They'll use their own net. Met by Sauer on the far side. They play it ahead. It's kept in at the point by Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer walks the line, loses control of the puck. Roach in support keeps it in. Pens flip the ice, and now we're coming the other way. Billy Maurer in a foot race now. He'll collect it off the board, so stop. He'll turn up. Gets his head up. He's looking for Pucciarello on the far side. Read by the pinching defender in the yellow helmet, and he walks it back down into the zone. He's met by Roach, and Pucciarello gains collect. He flips the puck up to Johnny Gerberbeck. Johnny Gerberbeck gets down the center. He pulls back. He fires. Puck is worn by the defender, and the Pens looking to push it the other way. Fazio steps in and keeps at the point. He plays it ahead to Pucciarello. Logan Pucciarello loses an edge as he tries to turn up. Maurer will collect. He'll send it down the wall. Push back up to him. Spittle and Pucciarello go to work. Pucciarello walks off the wall. He tries to play it across. It's tipped. Fazio will keep it. Carr will collect. Carr will turn. Turns and fires. Looking for Spittle. Gets through. Too hot to handle. Maurer will meet that one with a shoulder. It's played back out in the neutral zone. PHC regroups. Fazio to Carr. Carr will get into the line. He'll push it deep off the end boards. Gets around it. Bounces off the wall. Off the side of the net. Pens collect. Spittle cuts it off. Spittle will work out of the corner. He's going to push it out in front. Looking for Pucciarello. Will walk to the far side of the net. He'll buy time. Will leave it behind the net. Pucciarello will step to this one now. Forcing the Pens come back the other way. Spittle comes in on it. Maurer steps in. Gets on the right side of it. Keeps it. Carr will step to this. They chip it forward in the neutral zone. Fazio there to collect and recover. He's going to play it forward to Spittle. Spittle's going to gain the line. He's met with a stick. Fights through the stick check. Gets out of the neutral zone. We play it back in, and that's offsides. Good effort. Good shift. They're matching intensity early. Now we got Anuccio out between Vince and Bryant. Pens will push this up the wall. They're met by Ethan Nunez. Anuccio chips it into the zone. He'll get in after it. He'll put the brakes on. He tries to play it back across. The Pens are there to intercept. He'll collect. Ryan Bryant cuts it off, gets out into the neutral zone. The second effort by the Pens. They try to drag through. Comes through, steps down the wall. Kane plays it back in front, plays across, gets into the corner. Pens collect, they'll enter the line. They step in with speed. They fire it in. That's kicked aside into the corner and controlled by Colton Williams. Dannenhauer will put the pressure on the walk out of the corner. Met by Anucciuk. Anucciuk plays it up to Bryant. Bryant flips the ice to Vince. Vince gets to the red line. He'll try to play deep. We got to play it out down the wall. We play it in the middle. It's picked off, and now they're trying to transition the other way. Vince steps through, gets a stick on it. Dannenhauer intercepts in the neutral zone. Gerberbeck loses his footing as he comes through. Roach will back up and play defensively. They chip it past him. Nunez collects and pushes it back out in the neutral zone. Roach will get after it. He's looking far side. Met with a yellow helmet. Puck battle continues. The Pens come out. They flip that ice. Sauer will get in after and put the forecheck on, trying to angle him back behind the net. He does. He forces them now. They'll reverse it off the end boards. Pens will collect. They'll get their toes up, and they're looking to go. Blows a tire at his own blue line. Chip forward off the shin pads. The Pens collect. They step in. Roach with the back pressure, not allowing the shot. Rides him into the corner. Rides him off the puck. Pens continue to battle. They'll step off the wall with it. Met with a couple sticks. It gets to Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck will turn. He'll get his eyes up. He'll sauce this across. It's picked off by the Pens in the neutral zone. Gerberbeck coming back through it. Battles back, wins the puck, plays it to Nunez. Nunez will turn. Get to the boards. He'll try to get it out. He forces it out into the neutral zone. Strum along the boards. Roach picks it off. He flips it over into the center for Sauer. Sauer will get across the blue. Will drive wide. Steps down the wall. Protects the puck. He'll ring it around the wall to Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck's going to contest. Met by some yellow helmets. They push it forward. Spittle coming off the bench. Meets it with some pressure. But they fight through. Get it back out in the neutral zone. Gerberbeck gets it. They'll fire it in to the ice. And Gerberbeck and Sauer head to the bench for a change. Yellow helmets collect. They're trying to catch us in transition. They flip the ice. Winton will step to this. They play it in. Carr will collect this one as he's coming off the bench. He'll use his own net. He'll ring it around the wall. Pens will get there. Chip it back down the wall. Spittle cuts it off. Carr gains control. He plays it over to Pucciarello. Gets out in front. But Pucciarello's now going to get on his horses. He's going to put the pressure on. They play it back across the middle. The Pens will gain control. They'll turn up. They get toes up. Goes 85 feet. Cut off by Spittle. Tight turn by Carr. They'll push it back the other way. Pucciarello cuts it off. Winton steps to it, intercepts it, pushes it back down the wall. Pucciarello trying to put the pressure on. Spittle puts it on. Carr to meet the forecheck. Played back up the wall. Pens collect. Play it off the wall. Pens turn and collect this one. 2-on-2 as they enter the zone. Played across. Pushed out the soft ice. They'll reverse it back up. Pucciarello cuts it off. Doesn't let the Pens step off the wall with it. Now Beckman Spittle steps through. He gains control. He's going to get across the red. Pucciarello and Carr pulled up for a change, so he's all alone. He gets to the dots. He'll come in. He'll throw it across the goal mouth. Ryan Bryant on his horses. He'll get to that puck in the corner. Beckman Spittle heads to the bench to complete the change. Henry Vince coming in now. He'll cut it off on the far side. They're ringing up the wall. Maurer steps to it. Felt the support. We got Nietzsche covering at the point from Maurer. Playing above it. Dannenhauer reads it, keeps it. Bounces out into the center. Bryant collects, he turns, he fires, gets wide. Anucciuk putting the pressure on. The Pens will collect. They're pinned deep here. We'll reverse up. We'll chip it forward. Anucciuk ridden off the puck, but stays on it. Stays engaged. He has the support of Henry Vince. It's tied up. Pens come out of the scrum with it. Ryan Bryant attacks the puck. It's played across. Pens will exit the zone. They'll flip it back across. It's picked off by Henry Vince. He'll play it forward. Pens get it. They throw it back up the boards. Maurer will collect. Toes up. He'll play it to Dannenhauer as the Pens were changing. He'll play it over. Dannenhauer will reset behind his own net. Throw the brakes on. He'll use the glass. Gets it back to Bryant. Bryant steps off the wall. He'll chip it forward. That's not going to be an ice as it doesn't have enough legs. Pens will get back to control. They're going to get their toes up and come right up the center. Max Roach cuts it off. Good pressure. Rides it into the boards. Bodies go down hard. Gerberbeck comes out of the pile with it. He plays it ahead to Sauer. Sauer will get across the blue. Trying to play it in the soft ice. Fazio keeps. Sauer engages along the boards. He pushes it deep. Now Roach will get in on it. He's going to read it. He forces. He comes by. Trying to pick a pocket. He's ridden off into the boards. Gerberbeck steps to it. The Pens collecting control, and now they're trying to hit the neutral zone with speed. They play it ahead. They gain the line, met by Ethan Nunez, who steps quickly to it. Played it in the corner. Roach there in support. Bodies go down. Fazio steps to it. He'll gain control, and now he's got White Ice ahead of him. He finds it. Oh, he throws it up to Gerbevec. He touched it, but on the wrong side. Oh, they wave it off. On the wrong side of the red line, but we get another favorable call from these Pittsburgh referees. Sauer ridden off the puck, but he plays the Roach. Roach steps in. He pulls out. He loads. He fires. Oh, just wide. Played back out in front. Roach collects. Oh, gets off the blade. Fazio will keep it, play it to the wall. Nunez trying to keep it, gets out in the neutral zone. We'll play it back in. We're offside, so whistle dead. Good pressure, good opportunities. Match and intensity. So now we have Declan Spittle out between Brady Carr, Logan Pucciarello with Big Mike Winton, and Brock Dannenhauer. Looking to continue this momentum and pressure. Spittle tips it forward. Carr ties up. Spittle steps through. He gains control. He plays it in. Gets wide. Gets into the corner. Pucciarello will be the first to arrive on the scene. They play it past him. Carr will now step down the wall, trying to cut it off. They chip it up. The Pens collect. They look to move it in the neutral zone. Cut off by Spittle. Spittle will play it off the boards, and now we come the other way. We'll play it back out. Carr keeps the blue line, trying to chip it forward. Second effort by the Pens, played out. Dannenhauer tries to kick it forward. Carr pinches it off. Spittle collects and puts it into the Pens zone. Cover Brady! Carr steps in. He holds it, steps down the wall. He turns, he fires. Butterfly save made by the Pens goaltender. .449 left in the first period. Nothing. If you're just joining us. Roach will take the offensive zone draw. He's tied up, trying to win the battle here. Stays on it, engages again. Puck's bouncing loose. Sauer trying to get a stick on it. Gets out to the wall. Pens now flip it out in the neutral zone. That'll come down in the PHC zone. Billy Maurer takes a shoulder check. Gets wrong side of it. They'll wrap it around. Pens will walk it out front. They try to go back to the point. Good poke check by Johnny Gerbevec, and now we got Johnny Gerbevec and Sauer. Turns into a 2-on-1. He plays it across to Sauer. Sauer turns, he fires. Shoulder save made by the Pens goaltender. Gets up off the glass, and now they're coming the other way. Roach cuts it off, playing above it, taking a defensive angle. It's played back ahead. It'll get down. It's touched, so no icing. Maurer will collect. He'll turn. He'll play it up the wall to Gerbevec. Gerbevec has a lot of time as the Pens were changing. Plays it ahead to Roach. Roach flips to Sauer. Or Ryan Bryant, who replaced Sauer. Ryan Bryant throws it in wide of the net. The Pens will collect. Roach goes in on the forecheck. We're changing. Attacking the puck. Roach is going to cut this one off. He'll leave it. He goes down hard. We'll push it forward. Bryant will gain control. He'll get in. He'll gain the line. He's got Gerbevec. He plays it across. Gerbevec will collect. He'll walk off the wall, play it back in front, stick the side by the Pens defender. It's played back forward. Pens collect, and they look to flip the ice. They put it towards the boards coming off the bench. Ryan Bryant collects it. He'll push it into the Pens zone. They'll go D to D. Annuccio cuts it off and forces them back behind their own net. Pens drag, met by Ryan Bryant on the far corner. Annuccio will get there. He pins along the boards. He pushes it back behind the net. The Pens will escape out the other side to get the toes up. They drag past one, and now we have numbers and speed coming the other way. It's a 2-on-2. They drag in. They push the soft ice. Good stick by Nunez. Good challenge. It plays back out in front. Kicked away by Dannenhauer. Now Vince moving the other way, trying to play it out off a skate. Gets into the neutral zone on the second effort. Annuccio drags, catches one. He'll push it into the Pens zone. It's picked up. They go D to D, and they're looking to come the other way. Pucciarello reads it, trying to get across. Intercepted by Dannenhauer at the blue line. Pens trying to fight for this puck. Carr gets a stick on it. Dannenhauer and Spittle there to support. Dannenhauer gets a good stick. He gains control. Plays it back out to Spittle. Spittle knocks it down. He plays it ahead to Carr. Carr tries to get his son out. It's poked in. Followed up by Spittle. Left for Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer plays off the boards. Now we have a 3-on-1 developing. They're in the line. Donauer fires. Rebounds there. Gets passed under the stick of Logan Pucciarero, and now we're coming the other way with numbers. Carr's back checking. Spittle's back checking. They play it across. They wave it. The puck is played in on Williams, and he stays square, stays strong, swallows that one, and covers it. Does not give up the rebound opportunity. Jumped right on it. Right on it. Not allowing that second effort. Spittle's out there to take a defensive zone draw to the left. Holtman Williams. Puck is dropped. Tied up in the feet. Pucciarero jumps through the lanes. He chips this one off the boards out into the neutral zone. They're going D to D. Carr steps to it. He gets a stick on it. Loses an edge in the process. Killed it enough to allow the support to get there. Fazio will collect. Will turn back up. Good escape up the wall. Plays ahead to Carr. Carr trying to find Pucciarero. It's picked off. Penn's trying to enter. They lose an edge at the blue line. Witten steps. He pushes it forward. Spittle trying to take that inside lane. Then pushes him back outside, and now he'll stay on it. Force them back behind their own net. Gerberbeck coming off the bench trying to read it. It gets out into the neutral zone under Fazio's stick. Witten collects. He'll flip the ice 85 feet, though. Pucciarero's going to step to this one. Pens escape back up the boards. They flip it out into the center. Witten blows a tire. Now we have numbers coming the other way. Fazio there to push the puck out in the soft ice. They fire this one back in off the end boards. It gets around. Gerberbeck's going to gain it with toes up. Gets it forward. That'll be an ice. We'll say. Oh, he waves it off. Again, Pucciarero going to step to this one. He gains control. Walks through at the dots. He turns. He fires. Hits a stick and gets into the corner. Spittle will collect. Spittle pushes it back behind the net. He'll get to it. He's met by a yellow jersey. Now Gerberbeck will come in and support. Yellow helmets outnumbered. We got two guys stuck behind below the line. Pucciarero does his best to cut it off, and Billy Maurer keeps it in support. Pens recollect, and they're looking to push it forward. Pucciarero keeps, tries to chip it forward, met by a yellow helmet. Gerberbeck will get this one. And now it's pushed forward. Donauer is going to go in after it. We got a line change here. Maurer keeps. Donauer picks it off. Pushes it down the boards. Roach will come in. Chipped forward. Horn will sound. End of the first period. Nothing. All right, we're back for second period action. You good? Roche wins this one back to Nooner. Nooner will step to it. He'll gain control. He tries to push it forward. It's picked off by the yellow helmets. They gain the PHC line. Drag past the defender. They fire it in. Williams makes not one, but two stops. Makes three. Gets behind his net. He gets to his far post. Good job, Nunez. Nunez will collect. Will try to play it forward. It's picked off by the Pens. They're trying to move it forward. They'll play it back across. Guy far post along the ice. That's how they draw it up. It is a good hockey goal. So now we'll look to get this one back. 14:36 in the second period. 1-0. Good goal. Exploiting time and space. Working that small area. They play it out in front of the guy on the back post. Tucked in. Spittle pushes this one to Puchero. Puchero gains the line, met by a yellow helmet or two. They chip it back out into the neutral zone. Maurer trying to contain. They drive down the lane. They play it across. Play it back in. Gets wide of Colton after he makes the initial stop. It's played back up. Puchero collects. He hits the center seam. Spittle lets it go through. Now Carr's going to come through it. He's going to push up the wall. Wears it with the body. He's trying to chip it forward. It gets off the wall. Puchero in support picks it up. He'll drive wide. He'll gain. He'll fire this one in. It's paddled aside by the Pens. Spittle will collect in the far corner. Chips it out in front. Puchero's tripped. He went airborne, but nothing called, and now Pens are coming back with numbers. Carr back checks. Dannenhauer contains. They drive behind the net. They play it off the end wall. Spittle there in support. It's played back out in front. Played in. Worn by a defender. Chipped up the wall. Carr and Spittle engaged in the battle. Pushed forward. Push through. Carr pushing through. Bulls this one out in the neutral zone. Pushes ahead to Spittle. Spittle flips that ice up 85 feet. Puchero will step to this one. He drags past the defender. He gets in below the line. He'll turn. He's bodied. Slows him up enough as he's trying to play it to the point. The Pens collect, and now they're coming the other way. Get across the red. Ryan Bryant in pursuit. Loses an edge. They turn. They fire. Big save made by Colton Williams. Gets played back in. He makes another save. Doesn't like what he's seeing, and he'll use the opportunity to jump on this one and freeze it. We'll have a defensive zone draw to the right of Coltman Williams. Max Nuccio trying to put this one in the corner. With his line mates, Henry Vince and Ryan Bryant. On the back end, we have Big Mike Winton and Joshua Fazio. If you're just tuning in, 13:01, third period. Pens holding on to a 1-0 lead. Nuccio puts us in the corner. Fazio will collect. He'll ring it up high off the boards. It gets out past the defender. Ryan Bryant collects. He gets through the neutral zone. 2-on-1 development. He plays it across to Vince. Vince loads. He fires. Kick save made, and Nuccio gets there. Can't put it back, but he recollects. Puts it to Bryant. Bryant trying to tap it in. Sticked away. Beautiful opportunity. Yellow helmets. Get the stick on it. Little heavier, little elevation maybe next time. Fazio steps through. He gets some white ice out in front of him. He's going to join the rush. He turns up. Plays it across to Bryant. Bryant sticks it forward for Nuccio. Nuccio drags past. Tucks it back in. Glove save made. Bryant puts it back. There we go. Getting bodies and pucks to the net. Beautiful things happen. There we go. Joshua Fazio keeping the play alive. Knocked off the puck. Stays strong enough. Pushes it ahead. And the flurry at the net ends up with a PHC deposit into the bank by Ryan Bryant. Max Roach will win this back to Nuno. Nuno will gain the red line. He'll push it down deep into the Pens zone. Pens will retreat. Collect behind the net. Met by Sauer. They play it back the other way. Johnny Gerberbeck hustle into it. Roach playing above it. Causes him to play it out in the neutral zone. Dannenhauer chipped it forward, but the Pens in support. Drag past. They drag past the defender. They fire it in. Huge save made by Coltman Williams. Kept in at the point. They fire towards Williams. Sticks it aside. Nunez will play it up to the ball. Kept in at the point. They'll walk this one in. Met by Max Roach. Plays it back out to the wall. Roachy trying to stay on it. The Pens will walk off the wall. Met by Roach and Nooner. Puck is sticking a bit. Roach collects. He'll come 85 feet. He'll get to the far dot. Now he'll get his toes up. He's looking to go. He gets past the red. He's across the blue. He steps in. Turns. Fires. Glove save made by the Pens goaltender. Good trip down the ice. Spittle lifts a stick. Puchero and Carr step through. Carr backhanders this one in. Glove save made by the Pens goalkeeper. We'll reset to it from the same dot. Spittle lifts a stick. Pens step to this one in the corner. Play it D to D. They'll look and play it up the wall. It's kept in by Maurer. Maurer will turn and fire back down the wall. Hits a player. Puchero steps through. He gains control. He's going to drive past one. Carr will step to this. He'll cut it off in the corner. The drag past, and now Spittle will play above it. They'll move it forward. They're trying to flip it ahead. Maurer there to receive that one in his own blue. He'll play it back forward. Spittle will get in after this. He's got Pucciarero above it and Carr on the far side. Leaves it for Pucciarero in the corner. Pucciarero's dumped in the corner. They're letting him play today. Carr will now come in and try to help. He's trying to push it to the point. Pens collect. They come the other way. They're met by Billy Maurer by a good stick and a good step. Spittle plays it forward. Pens gain it with speed. Good stick by Maurer. Good back check by Spittle. Fazio will step to this one. He's going to play it ahead. Carr went on the forehand. It gets to his backhand. Picked off by the yellow helmets. They push it forward. Pucciarero will step to this. He's got Spittle far post. He tries to drag it across. Red and picked off by the yellow helmets, and they're trying to flip the other way. Played out in the neutral zone. Winton will collect. Will gain the red line. He'll put it deep, allowing PHC to complete their change. Ryan Bryant will put the pressure on. Gets wrong side of it. They flip it ahead. Gets out past our defenders. They'll gap up, spread out, reset as Dannenhauer pushes us back down in the PHC offensive zone, and Anucciuk in on the forecheck. Pushed up the wall. Winton will collect. He'll fire it. It's worn by a defender. And now they got a 2-on-0 developing. Dannenhauer trying to get back, keep him outside the dots. They fire it across. Colton hangs tall. Keeps that one out of the back of the net. Dannenhauer will play it around the wall. Ryan Bryant trying to get there. Step in, pushed into the corner by the Pens. Net by Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer trying to contain. Pushes to the front of the net. Michael Winton steps to it. He'll bring it around the wall. That gets out in the neutral zone. Ryan Bryant trying to get a burst of speed here. Trying to force him back behind his own net. They'll reverse up. Look to flip that ice. They do get it ahead, but they tap it, and that is tapped on the wrong side of the red line, so it'll be blown dead, whistled for icing. We'll come back 200 feet. Offensive zone draw to the right of the Pens goalie. Max Roach out between Johnny G and Lucas Sauer. He wins this one to Nooner. Nooner puts it down the wall. It'll get around the end wall. Sauer will collect in the far corner. Chip it forward. Net by a yellow helmet or two. They come out of the scrum with it. They push it back to the wall. Fazio will step. Keep. Sauer tries to force him back behind their own net. Will reverse. He reads it. Thought about trying to tuck it back in, but the Pens read that one and they collect it. Now they're coming the other way. We're in back pursuit. Roach pushes him out to Fazio. Fazio transitions, takes it, and plays it ahead to Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck gets across the center dot. He's in across the blue. Drives wide, turns, fires it back in. Kick save made. Gets to this one in the corner, trying to push it forward. Played back up the wall. Played 85 feet by the Pens. Nunez will step to it. Wins the puck battle forward, stays on it, trying to win it. Roach will chip it to Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck's coming down the wall. He's got Sauer in front. He drops up. He pulls up. Plays it to Roach. Roach turns, fires. Doesn't get good wood on it. It's coming the other way now. Kept in by Nunez. Nope. Gets out in the neutral zone. He'll go D to D. Fazio will collect. He'll get across the red. He'll put it deep. Hits the referee. PHC plays it back in. Now it's whistled dead for offsides as we stepped in early. As that one hit a body in the neutral zone and died. Spittle out between Eldog and Carr. Billy Maurer and Dannenhauer. 7:40 left in the second period. Just tuning in, 1-1 game. Pucciarero will put the forecheck on. Pens play it back forward. Dannenhauer will step to it. He'll drag past one, drag past two. Pens gain control. They're coming the other way. 2-on-1. Spittle gets a stick on the hands. Big save made by Williams. Working together. Pucciarero plays it back forward. It gets out in the neutral zone. Offsides. As we want to take care of that defensive zone. Playing aggressive on pucks in the neutral zone. We just got to play within some set boundaries here. Spittle will take the draw. Chips to the Carr. Carr ties up. Dannenhauer steps to it, but the Pens play it in. Maurer will collect behind the own net. He'll ring it around the wall for Pucciarero. Cucharero trying to catch it and avoid the referee, but it gets out into the neutral zone. Pens will step back down the wall. They're on sides. They enter the zone. Drop it back up the wall. Good step by Maurer. Maurer wins the puck. He's going to come the other way. He's got Cucharero in the car. He tries to skate. He gets picked at the blue line. The Pens will step in, walk it in. Williams, big save, says not in my house, not today. Spittle puts it ahead for Cucharero. Cucharero steps across the red. He'll drag in. They whistle it dead for offsides as the Pens interfered just enough at the blue line. Max Eye coming out between Henry Vince and Ryan Bryant. Pens win this draw. They step through. Met by Joshua Fazio's stick. Played back in. Fazio will step to this one. His partner, Michael Winton, will cut off the forechecker. It's played out. It's kept at the point. They'll walk the line. Play it ahead. Intercepted by Anitsiuk. They get across the red. He'll drive wide. Pulls up. Pens lose or win the puck. They'll play it back forward. Fazio is going to read this one. He'll step. He'll keep it in. He'll play it deep. Pens collect in the corner. Will use the end wall. Vince is going to read this one. He'll intercept it. He'll play it back behind the net looking for Anitsiuk. Pens will step through it. Anitsiuk regains control. Knocked off the puck, but he takes two Pens with him. Pens turn. They fire back across. Deflected past Fazio, but Fazio will get back. He'll play it to Winton. Winton's down in the release valve. He plays it back looking for Ryan Bryant. Pens will collect at their dot. They'll turn to come up the wall. Read by Anitsiuk. Puts it back down in the corner for Bryant. Bryant's going to walk towards the net. Draws behind the net. Pens will deposit him to the ice. They're letting him play today. Anitsiuk takes out a Pen. Vince steps off the wall with it. Chips it towards the net. It's kicked aside by the Pens. They're trying to split it. It's kept in by Winton. Winton will turn. Will fire it back in. Pens gain control. Anitsiuk knocked off the feet again. They're letting them play. Chipped out into the neutral zone. Past Fazio. That has enough legs. Nope, it doesn't. It dies. He'll collect just inside his own blue line. He'll gain control. He has his head up. He plays it to Bryant. Bryant looking for Vince. He plays it across. They're on sides. One more to go. Pens intercept and move it the other way. Winton trying to contain, trying to stay with him. They step in, they fire. Kick save made by Colton Williams.
Good work.
Now we're whistled dead. Outside. Was the whistle? Any idea? Pen. One of the Pens players was down, so they whistled it. Down behind the play. Faceoff comes outside into the neutral zone. Roach wins this one to Nunez. Nunez will step. He'll gain control. He'll cross the red. He'll get to the blue. He'll drive down the wall. He throws it towards the net. It's paddled aside by the Pens goalkeeper. Sauer challenges. He'll cut it off. He's deposited to his backside. Roach trying to play above it. Pens drag past. They chip it into the neutral zone, but Roach cuts it off along the wall. Battle ensues. Chips it forward. Sauer with a second effort trying to get it in the zone. Pens push it back out in the neutral zone. Roach will collect this one. He'll turn, use some extra ice in his own end. He'll play it up to Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck comes to it. He's on the red line. He'll put it deep, and now Karam's off the wall. Gets out on the short side of the goaltender. Lucas Sauer will cut this off. He forces him to play it deep. It doesn't get strong. He loses an edge. Bodies hit down. Gerberbeck steps around the net. He gains control. He'll play it to the point. Nunez will collect. He'll walk. He'll fire. Kicked aside by the Pens, and now the Pens have numbers. They're coming the other way. Nunez in contain. He'll step. They walk past. They play it across. Shot wide. Williams was set and ready for it. They play it ahead. They collect in the neutral zone. Gerberbeck and Cucharero don't communicate. They bump into each other. The Pens collect and they'll move it forward. Offsides as they enter the zone early. A step ahead of the puck. Both coaches will complete their changes. Here we go. Here we go. Cucharero gets a jump. The Pens read it. They push it the other way. They enter the line. Challenged. Fired in on Colton. Sees it the whole way. Confident. Watches it into the glove. Got to play big. Got to know our lanes. Pens win this back to the point. Step out to the far point. The Pens will gain control. Good stick by Joshua Fazio. Played back across. Colton makes a save. Carr will step to this one. He'll get his heads up. He finds Puchero in the center seam. Logan gets a step. He gets in. Does he have the magic? Fires it back. Kick save made. Spittle there to deposit. Bounces around. Doesn't get in. Pens collect, and they're coming the other way. Fazio will collect. He'll chip this one forward. Spittle will gain. He'll get across the red. He's across the blue. He cuts into the center. He drops to Puchero. Puchero drags in. He gets in. Wide. He'll push it back behind the net, but Spittle will step to it. Trying to put up the wall to Puchero. Pens read it, collect, and now they're coming the other way. Push back forward. Gets in on Colton. He'll stop it and let it up. Let them play. Plays it ahead. Maurer to Spittle. He's met by a yellow helmet. Gerbevec arrives with support. Watch the point. Carr takes the point option away. They'll reverse back down into the corner. Spittle will challenge now. Gerbevec will collect. Trying to drag past the Pens. He'll come back down. He's going to turn back up. He gets dumped. Nothing. And now he goes for the retaliation. As we would have been man up, but Johnny turns and fires. We'll go even up. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Here we go. Pick him up. Let's go, Rochi. I'm looking for a Mike Lang tribute call. The original would have been on the Pens, right? But the second one. So 5-on-5 hockey. Roach collects this one. He turns up. He'll play it ahead to Ryan Bryant. Pens pick it off, and they're coming the other way. They enter the line. Good step by Witten. Good support by Roach. Roach plays to Sauer. Sauer gets it out into the neutral zone. Puts the pressure on. Pens will chip it back into the neutral zone. Met by Roach. Puck's bouncing around, but we had the forward momentum. Gets in. Offsides. Good hockey play. Roachy take the draw. Collects this one. It's stuck in the referee's feet. Couldn't dig it out. He couldn't move. He was stuck there. But the Pens gain control. Will enter the line and shoot off the backside of Michael Witten, and Dannenhauer collects the rebound, and now he's coming the other way. He gets across the red. He's across the blue. He drags. He gets to the dots. He turns. He fires. Blocker save made. Rebound there for Ryan Bryant. Gets back to his forehand. Drags to the backhand. Met by a yellow helmet in the corner. Lucas is going to get it. He'll put it to Bryant. Bryant tips it off the end wall. Roach is going to cut it off on the far wall. Sauer trying to help. Dannenhauer will keep it. He plays it to Roach. Roach has speed. Toes towards the net. Fires it just wide. Lucas Sauer trying to meet it with a stick. He's upended. Pens drag it out into the neutral zone. Met by Dannenhauer. Sauer gets onside. Dannenhauer gains the line. He's onside. He drags the backhand. Pushed out into the corner. He'll turn. He'll play it up to the point for Witten. Witten will quickly release this one. It gets off the end wall. Pens step to it. Roach cuts it off. Sauer in the corner. Witten will flip sides and cut this one off. The Pens will try to flip it. It'll get out in the neutral zone. Fazio will collect. He's got his eyes up. He plays it to Witten. Witten plays it back. It's read by the Pens. They walk in. And a huge glove save made by Coltman Williams, keeping this one knotted up at 1 with under 10 seconds left. Played it down. Pens will collect this puck, use their own net. Horn will sound. Ended the second tightly fought, contested battle here at UPMC. 1-1 as we enter the second intermission. Huge save made by Coltman Williams. Keep this one all knotted up. Here we go, Blue. Let's do it. We're back. Third period of action. Buckle your seatbelts. This should be a fast and furious 15 minutes. PHC chips this one forward. Play back out. Nunez will step to it. He'll try to come in the other way. Pucciarello chips it down the boards. Spittle will put the forecheck on. He'll force him back behind the net. They decide to escape up the boards. Pens will collect. Play it out into the neutral zone. Fazio picks it off with his feet and chips it back out into the neutral zone. They're going to flip the ice. They're going to come back down. They ag onto the boards. They play it back down the center. Fazio will challenge. Good stick. Carr will step to it. Puts it out to the boards. This referee gets in the way often. No trip called. Fire back in. Williams stays confident. Watches that one in all the way. So this referee getting in the way a bit. Oh. Spittle will take the draw to the right of Williams. Hits the referee. Bounces out, but it gets past. Pucciarello and Carr putting the forecheck on. Pens retreating back. They'll collect it. Pucciarello cuts it off. They'll play it back around. Carr's going to try to cut this one off on the boards. They play it out into the center seam. They play it out into the neutral zone. Dannenhauer steps to it. We're onside. He'll gain the line. He'll drive wide. He'll reverse up. He plays it across the Spittle. Spittle collects. Met by some yellow helmets. They play it back forward. Bryant will step to this one. He'll push it into the zone. Pucciarello collects. He drags past one. He steps in. Gets to the dot. Plays it back out in front. Looking for Bryant. Stick aside by the yellow helmets. Yellow helmets will collect. Slow things down, and then they make a good first pass, and here we go. They flip the ice 85 feet. There's a body at the blue line. Nothing called. Now we got a one-on-one. Maurer containing, keeping them outside the dots. Kicked aside by Williams. Williams makes a big stop. Maurer plays this ahead. Bryant putting the forecheck on. Minucciuk in to help him. Penn's trying to play it out. Bryant meets it, pushes it into the far corner. Vince will cut it off. Minucciuk trying to step to it. Met by a Penn. And they'll go to the other side. Ryan Bryant will pick it off. Will push it down the wall. Pens will now come back the other way. They'll use the end wall to wrap around. Henry Vince steps to it. Tries to drag it off the wall. Met by a yellow helmet. But able to recover and put it into the corner. And Minucciuk now on the forecheck. Pens will throw the break-ons and come the other way. Vince is deposited to the ice. Nothing called. Letting them play hockey today. Pens will reverse behind the net. Ryan Bryant will step to this one. They'll go tic-tac-toe until Bryant gets a body in the way. Trying to leave it. Max Minucciuk in and support. He'll gain control. Plays it out in front to Vince. Vince turns, fires. Gets wide. Pens defenders collect behind the net. Net by Henry Vince. But they play it up the wall. Minucciuk cuts it off. Gets a stick on it. Ryan Bryant in support will keep it deep. Pens will collect. They'll come behind their own net. They're cut off by Henry Vince. Try to flip it out into the center. Max Rhodes coming off the bench. Had eyes and had a nose for the puck, but it gets off the shin pad. It gets back out in the neutral zone. He's trying to chip it back forward. Yellow helmets collect. They step in. Then walk in. They fire. Hits iron. Out to the side wall. Now we're running around a bit. They play it back in. Huge save made by Williams as he was moving right to left. Able to kick that right leg back out. Roach collects. He drags past one. He'll gain control. He's cut off at the red line. Mike Whitten gets a good stick on it. He plays it back ahead to Roach. Roach battles along this near wall. Johnny Gerberback coming in to help him. They gain the line. The Pens hit and pin. Try to get numbers. Gerberback cuts it off. Pens escape out of the pile with it. They'll play it the other way. Dannenhauer will cut this one off. Chips it off the wall. Pens trying to drag. Collected by Sauer. He gets out in the neutral zone. Now Gerberback gets a step. He's going to win the puck. He's going to gain the line. Met by back pressure. Pulls up along the wall. Met by yellow helmets. Sauer there to help. He'll force them back behind their own net. Now Gerberback's going to come on the far side. They play it ahead. Roach playing above it. Tries to cut it off. Pens collect, and now we're coming the other way through the neutral zone. Oh, no, Eddie Spaghetti. They gain the line. They fire back across. Kicked aside by Williams. They step to it. The Pens keep. They look to come back up the near wall. Chipped ahead, kept in at the point. They walk. Fired in, wide, off the end boards. Danaher will collect in the corner. He's looking for support. Chips it off the wall. Roach is there to help. He'll hit and pin. Danaher trying to dig. The Pens push it ahead. They play it out to the point. They walk down into the slot. Met by Danaher's stick. It's fired back in off a stick. Gets up over Williams' blocker on a deflection. Stayed strong. We need to get this one back. Hey, we need this back, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Need it back. Off a deflection. Nothing you can do there. 10-15 left in the third period. Pens take a 2-1 lead. Spittle ties up. Carr steps to it. Where's a body? Pens step to it. They gain the line. They'll pull up at the hash mark. Spittle will ring this around the boards. Fazier's going to step to it. Open up. He's looking to drive. He'll take some pressure. He tries to flip and buy some time, but it's tipped. No icing. Puchera will get to it. Trying to play it back out in front. Uses the end wall to his advantage. Plays out for the Spittle. Turn, fired, save made. Carr puts it up. Up and over the bar. Save made. Rebound opportunity was not successful. Thrown in. Tipped by Carr. Trying to collect it. Carr lifts the stick. Uses that big body of his. Pushes it back forward. The Pens will collect. They're moving forward. Contained by Billy Maurer. Pushes out. We're going to get a hook as he got the hands. Soft call. That's a little bit of a homer referee call as he did get the hands. They've let a lot go today, and that's what he decides to call, ladies and gentlemen. It's on 27. It was 2-7. It was 2-7. It was 2-7. Terrible call. Spittle will wear one for the team. Gerberbeck will step to it. Gets to it. Knocked off the puck. Nothing called. They move it the other way. They hit the neutral zone with numbers. Contained by Billy Maurer. They play it back across. They play it up in front. They walk through. They fire. Williams stays squared. Squeezes that one and hangs on to it. So Declan Spittle called for the penalty. I didn't see it. I didn't see it either way. I think it was on our defender. But they didn't get it right. He's one of our primary power penalty killers. We'll have to do our best. We got Max Roach and Johnny Gerberbeck up front killing this one off. With Mike Witten and Brock Dannenhauer on the back end. Pens will set up in the corner. They play it across. They fire it back. Kick the side. Put back opportunity there. Makes the second save, third save. Battles back. Gets up over the net. Colton Williams now without a stick, but heroic efforts. The Pens push it back to the top of the slot. They turn, they fire. Glove save made by Colton Williams. Max Roach there to let him know. Good job. Whew. So Max Roach and Logan Pucciarero now up front with Fazio and Nooner on the back end. Puck is dropped. Referee does nothing to get out of the way. They play it back forward off a couple skates, stays out of the net as Williams was locked into that post. Referee gets in the way yet again. Pens walk around the net. They try to stuff it. Williams expected it. Keeps it out of the back of the net. Pens gain control to tip it out in front. Nunez steps to it. Sticks to the side. Fazio recovers. Played out. Williams will jump on it. So now we're going to have Max Amicia and Logan Pucciarero up front with Nunez and Fazio still on the back end. Pucciarero jumps through the lane. He gains control. He'll chip it forward. That's going to die. That won't get there. Icing is waved off. Spittle comes out of the box. He'll gain the forecheck right away. Doesn't allow them to get the top speed. Staying with them. Pushes them to the boards. Fazio sticks to the side. Denichuk tries to meet him at the blue line. The Pens drag past. They chip it back forward. Step into the center. Fire it in along the ice. Denichuk pulled up for a change at the wrong time there. You can't pull up as they're entering the zone and drag past you. They step into the top of the house, and it's buried. That one hurts. It's played ahead. Pucciarero trying to find it in his feet. The Pens collect. They'll come in. They'll drag it back across. It's intercepted by Pucciarero. Gets out of the neutral zone. Him and Spittle putting the pressure on. Pens will collect. They're looking to flip it. Played in. Maurer will step to it. He's bodied up and plays it forward. That's going to be called for an icing. Will come 200 feet. Face off to the left of Coltman Williams. What? That one bounces off the referee's feet. Pucciarero sticks it out the soft ice. He'll go. He'll force the defender to play down the wall. They're trying to sauce it across. Pens will collect on the half wall. They'll step back out, try to play it across, collect it at the far point. Now we're chasing and running around a bit. They drag past one. They're met by Spittle's stick. They turn in. They fire it along the ice. Kick the side by Maurer. Pucciarero will play it ahead to Carr. Carr's got a step. Trying to play it in the soft ice. It's kicked aside by the Pens, but Pucciarero picks it up. He gains the line. Spittle interfered with. Nothing called. Now we're coming back the other way. Witten will contain, keep him outside the dots. That one's fired high and wide. Gerberbeck's going to try to get toes up. Dannenhauer following up. He'll pick it up. He'll get across the red. He's across the blue. To the beat. He drives back in. Plays it back out. It's sitting there flat. Put back opportunity, unable to connect. Roach steps to it, trying to keep it in. Pushes it forward. Good back check by Max Roach. He gains control. And now we're getting an elbow from a ref that's 85 feet plus some away. So we'll go back to man down. I don't understand it. So we have defensive zone draw. We're back to the man down. Left of Coltman Williams. Max Roach and Johnny G called upon up front. Joshua Fazio and Ethan Nunez. 6:02 left in this one. Pens hanging on to a 3-1 lead. They enter the power play situation. Pens drag through in the corner. They play it back out in front. Met by Johnny G. Sticked aside by Fazio. Chipped out by Roach. Roach puts the pressure on, forces them to turn back up. But the Pens will gain line. They're going to enter the zone. We wave at it. It's played across. Played out behind the net. We have 2 below the goal line. The Pens have 3. Pens come out of the scrum with it. They look to play it across. It gets through. It'll get out of the neutral zone. No collect. They're going to look to go D to D. Now they'll turn and come back up. Roach reads it, cuts it off. He'll angle them to the boards. Make that zone entry a little harder than it needed to be. Chips it forward, and now Gerberbeck collects it. Pens in a line change. Get back. He pulls up. Sends it across looking for Roach. It's kicked aside by a Pens defender, and now they gain control, and they're coming the other way. 1-on-4 as the Pens pull up for a line change. They draw in. They backhand it. Off the end boards. He's trying to flip the ice. It's picked off in the center. Maurer there in net front. Collects it. Gets it out in the neutral zone. Pens now they're on sides. They ain't in the line. Roach relentlessly trying to pick a pocket. It's chipped forward. Kept in. Roach there in second effort. Pushes ahead looking for Gerberbeck. Picked off by the Pens. The Pens looking to hit the line with numbers and speed. They get in. Good contained. Good body eye contact by Maurer. We have too many men on the ice. We got away one. Now we have too many. We're short. Spittle will come through. As yes, we did have too many men on the ice at that point. Some confusion at the bench. Pens gain control. We're running around a bit. Spittle will get a stick on it. They play it around. Colton Williams finds it. Four minutes left on the clock. Pens hanging on to a 3-1 lead. Declan Spittle to take defensive zone draw to the left of Coltman Williams. We got Billy Maurer and Dannenhauer, the beast mode himself out there with Declan Spittle, Pucciarero, and Carr. This one's won to Maurer. He turns, but his pocket is picked. They play it back forward. Pucciarero's going to step to this one, gets off the blade, but he finds it himself. He'll get across the red. Carr stays on side. He'll drop it for Carr. Carr turns, he fires. Met with a stick. Spittle trying to collect, unable to do so, and now the Pens are coming the other way. Pucciarero with great back check. Fighting for that puck, fighting for every inch. Nunez steps, knowing he has the support, gets it out in the neutral zone. Pens do a good job hanging along the board, but Spittle arrives. Pens come out of the scrum. They'll pull up on the near wall, then walk it down into the corner, looking for support. Spittle will gain it. He'll ring it. It's going to get around. Carr will get to it. He chips it out into the neutral zone. Ref lifts his skate and lets this one through. Oh, Dannenhauer hits a rut, loses an edge. Carr's buried. Dannenhauer recovers. Spittle engaged. Carr engaged. We're all bunched up on that blue line. Spittle tries to push it up the wall. Off a skate. They step across the top of the house, met by Pucciarero's stick. They walk it back out. They fire it in. Hits a body, gets through. Doesn't get through. Spittle playing soccer now. Pucciarero will collect. He's going to skate around the net. He's going to get his toes up. Met by a Penn stick. Now we got two forwards. Dannenhauer steps to it. Spittle tries to kick it forward. Kick save made by Coltman Williams. Spittle doing his best. He's playing without a stick. It's kicked in. Big save made. Pucciarero will step to it. He's going to get his toes up. He's going to skate this one out of the zone. It's met with a stick. Carr will get it. He'll play it forward. It's okay. We'll take the ice. We'll take the ice as it allows them to get a line change as we were short a stick there. Declan Spittle staying with it, though. Good effort. Using his feet the best he can. Now we have a defensive zone draw to the right. Coltman Williams. We got Max Roach, Johnny G, and Lucas Sauer out there. Roachy wins this one to Fazio. Fazio will turn up. He's met by a couple yellow helmets, puts it up the boards. Roach gains control. He's going to drive into the neutral zone. He cuts through the center. He gets past one. He's got one to beat. Drives wide. He steps back in. He turns. He fires. Don't know if it hit something, but it got up and over the bar. Red pushed to Fazio. He walks. Doesn't get through. Stick to side by the yellow helmets, and now they're coming through the neutral zone with numbers. Fazio will contain. It's fired in. Colton staying calm, cool, and collected. Makes the save. .139 left in this one. 3-1. Max Roach out between Lucas Sauer, Johnny Gerberbeck with Dannenhauer and Fazio on the back end. This one gets out to Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck will drive. He'll get into the neutral zone. He's driving wide. He walks past one defender. Drags past the second. Gets in towards the net. Pens collect. He'll reverse in the corner. Met by Roach. Roach trying to chip it forward. He'll walk off the wall. He plays across to Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer turns. Fires. Save made. Rebound there. Put back. Another save made. Loose. Gets into the corner. Gerberbeck will collect. He'll drag past the defender. Trying to put it out in front. Pucciarero will step to this as we're short a goalie. Now as we have 6 attackers on. Pens gain control. They chip it off the boards in the soft ice. They're going to gain the red line. The eyes will go up. 2-on-1. He'll fire towards the empty net and bury it. 59.9 seconds left on the clock. Buy Sam a drink and his dog 1-2. The Pens Elite take a 4-1 lead. Under a minute left. Max Roach, Johnny Gerberbeck, Lucas Sauer out with Ethan Nunez and Billy Maurer to fight through this last minute as the empty netter was deposited in the net. Pens drive down the boards are met by Ethan Nunez. Strum continues. They play it back to the point. It's fired in. Roach sticks to the side. He gets his toes up. He's got numbers with him. He's got Sauer and Gerberbeck coming with him. He drags back. He drags past one. He's in past two. Gets to his backhand. He's met by the center who was relentlessly back checking for the Pens. They flip it the other way. It's a 2-on-2. They drag past one. They get into the end boards. Nunez will haul him down. The ref thought about calling it. Lets it go. Maurer will hit and pin. Roach comes in support. He chips it forward for Bryant. Bryant turns. He flows to the head for Sauer. Sauer gains the red line. Will step to this one. Chips it in the zone. Pens will collect. Will push it back out of the neutral zone. Cut off by Roach. 3, 2, 0.8 seconds left on the clock. But let it run. Ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has just left the building. The Pens win 4-1, but it was a good season matchup. Again, we thank them for inviting us out. Stay tuned. We'll be back tomorrow morning, I think, 8 o'clock? Against the Buffalo Sabres, potentially. So we'll see you tomorrow morning. We thank you for the support. Good, heartfelt battle. Loud shout-out player of the game, in my mind. Here's number 29, Coltman Williams.
Dude, it's not good.
Like wrong time, wrong place.